Here's a video where I'll be talking about video essays and how I kinda hate them. Now, I'm being a bit brash there. I don't actually hate video essays or think there's anything inherently wrong with them. I'm just using this title as a jumping off point to talk about a lot of the negative aspects I have with the video format, because there is a surplus amount of cons. First things first, I don't want to be shitting on any small-time creators or dissuading anyone from making video essays. That's totally fine. In fact, we should all keep making them because it's a good way to learn about film and express your feelings towards cinema. I make them, you make them, I'm gonna make more of them. No one should stop. Well, at least maybe I should, but yeah. All that being said, here's why video essays suck absolute ass. Now, I've got 3 reasons as to why they're bad, but the middle reason is the main gripe I have with them, and that's going to be the focal point of this video. So think of it as like a burger of criticism, where you have this main chunk of meat in the middle and you have these 2 slices of bread either side. This second bullet point is the juice of everything, that's the main thing, and these 2 are just like appetizers on the side kind of thing, but they're still important. Reason number 1, oversaturation. Now, this is an obvious one, but let's just get this out of the way. There was a time where video essays were the fresh commodity on YouTube, but those days are long gone. YouTube is infested with these things, absolutely brimming with the fuckers. It's an overly familiar format, and as with most things that become oversaturated, people have gotten fed up with them. I am downright sick of them. If you're a film enthusiast who's on YouTube, you'll see them all the time. And yes, I acknowledge that I myself also contribute to the pile, because at the end of the day, they are fun to make, and again, a very effective way at expressing yourself regarding a particular work of art. Reason number 2, and this is the main one, anyone can say something in a serious, soft voice with pretty music playing in the background and make it seem profound. Let's look at some common conventions of the video essay format. Flowery words, deep, serious and or soft tone of voice, artsy music playing in the background, and just some overall snazzy editing that's kind of annoying.
It's a shield, only the topmost layer concealing pain underneath.
Provide richer characterizations than viewers would expect from most sitcom family archetypes.
But these pieces of technology are sending people into a kind of existential vertigo.
So the video essay format makes whatever you are talking about seem really profound. We should sit in reverence of this thing I'm talking about, this thing I'm describing. Ooh. We are placing said film or said TV show on a pedestal, when in actuality the piece of media or the observation being made about the piece of media may not even be that insightful or wise. Depending on how the content creator conducts himself in the video, you could digest the information in many different ways. It all comes down to delivery and presentation. So as an example, I'm just going to make an observation about the film Men in 2 different ways. Now, I don't think Men is a particularly good or clever film. I know what it's going for, but I wouldn't say it's a particularly insightful movie. It was making a lot of statements and there was plenty of metaphors in it, but still I thought it was a fairly one-dimensional movie. So this statement I'm going to make about Men is something I do believe to be true about the film. However, this thing being true doesn't necessarily mean it's profound. So here's the first version I'm going to do, which is the video essay style. Men is about the many faces of the patriarchy infiltrating every corner of the infrastructure of society. There's the posh and fancy way of saying it. Now I'm going to say it in a more general way. So I just saw that new movie Men, and it's quite obviously about the many faces of the patriarchy infiltrating every corner of the infrastructure of society, yada yada yada, that kind of thing. So the second one is the more honest thing. That's the way I'd say it, because I don't really find that observation to be that impressive. I just think it's an obvious fact. But depending on how I say it will determine how the general viewer will take the information being presented. And with this additional artsy music complementing these fancy words, the viewer is strongly inclined to perceive what's being said as extremely sophisticated. Not every metaphor or observation about our society is jaw-droppingly enlightening. You do have to try and measure the value of the observation objectively on its own merit. I'm not saying that I'm a video essay savant, but I have attempted to make videos in that particular format before. Today we will be dissecting the thematic complexity of the SpongeBob SquarePants episode entitled Squirrel Jokes. And having dabbled in that, I can attest that this pseudo-profound voice almost occurs automatically creepy when you record videos in that way. When there's no face to the audio and it's just your voice up close to the mic, it becomes all, ooh, this is like really serious now, and always speaking in a deep voice. The problem wasn't that SpongeBob was making jokes about squirrels. What he's saying about SpongeBob must be really something. It just becomes all warm and gooey and intimate. On the other hand, I find that when I make a video like this, where you can see my face and all of this, it feels a lot more laid back and honest. You can see what I look like, you can see how goofy my face looks, and you can just go, oh yeah, it's just some goon rambling about a movie. Oh, fair enough. A few months ago, I made a fairly analytical video about Forrest Gump, and that was done in this style. It was far less formal, and I preferred doing it that way. I didn't want to showcase my weird speculations as these almighty truths. I was just spitballing. I was just like throwing shit out there, like, oh, maybe it's about this. I don't think it was scripted, there wasn't much fancy words, and I felt far less disingenuous in that video, even if I was talking out my arse, because I was saying some stupid shit in that video.
Maybe existence is meaningful, but at the very same time, accidental.
Those were genuine thoughts I was having about the Forrest Gump movie, but I didn't want to be all like, so this is what Forrest Gump is truly about. Taking yourself too seriously can be quite the disingenuous thing. We just perceive these video essay people as these divine creatures who spit nothing but amazing truth, when actually it's just some knobhead like me behind the camera going, oh, I think this movie might be about this, I don't know, let's have a look. You do realise you literally just watched a hate crime up in there. Some fucked up stuff, man. Now this brings me on to the recent video I made about the menu. I didn't mean any of that. Devoid of any humanity and consumed only by a delusional infatuation with pricey appetizers. I made that video as a case study example for what I'm talking about today. In that video, I just said a bunch of loose facts in a poetic way. Almost every negative archetype of elite society is represented here within the ensemble cast. I attach profundity to words that I don't even believe to be profound at all. The 1% is a phrase that's used a lot these days, a derogatory term for the elite members of society who are so rich and powerful they more or less exist in their own exclusive bubble reality. I enjoyed the menu, I don't particularly love it, it's fine, it's the fucking menu, man. It's like, okay, it's got social commentary in it, yeah, great, well done, but in a lot of ways the menu is quite a surface level film just about like eat the rich, you know, hate boners for the rich, all that crap. It's a microcosm of American society. Ooh, microcosm, that sounds like real something, doesn't it? Ooh. Anya Taylor-Joy's character is clearly supposed to be the vessel for the audience. It's a deconstruction of all of the class structures of America, a showcase of all of the rich elitist archetypes. These characters, who literally spend the vast majority of their screen time isolated on this strange island, collectively act as the perfect narrative microcosm of high society. Poshly packaged, simple truths. And with that, it's time for an American cheeseburger. Yummy, yummy. The menu is still a decent film, and it's fine if you got a lot out of the things it has to say, but me personally, I'm not that arsed about it. There is even some stuff in the video essay I wrote that I actually liked. The stuff about Tyler being an art snob, him being a sycophant and wanting to attach himself to something divine. I found that really stimulating to talk about. I'm not trying to suck my own dick or anything, like it was amazing. I just thought that was something I liked. I liked writing about that. Maybe the words in that video do ring true. It's just a matter of how insightful they actually are and how insightful the social commentary of the menu actually is. Literally named Tyler's bullshit. Moving on, I didn't really want to bring any particular channel up, but I'm going to do it here anyway. So a while back I came across this video by Full Fat Videos called How Love Island Creates Characters or something like that. For those of you who don't know, Love Island is this abhorrent UK-based reality TV show where essentially a bunch of extremely conventionally attractive men and women all go to this island or something, somewhere nice in Spain, somewhere exotic, and they spend like a couple of weeks like isolated in this villa and they have to get along and shag each other and have all these relationships and love triangles and whatnot. So it's basically the act of filming these real people and turning that into this sappy soap opera. Now what this Full fucking fat video essay was saying about Love Island was essentially celebrating and highlighting how the show presents each contestant in their own unique way, as their own unique character.
But the core cast of characters in the game will exhibit one of these facets predominantly, and these facets are what allow us to get invested in the narrative the show is constructing. When we're first introduced to short-lived contestant Niall, he starts by telling us about his Harry Potter tattoos, indicating that he's a bit of a geek.
And I've seen a bit of Love Island and other reality TV shows, and I can attest to this is what they do. They try and assign personality types to each one, like, oh, he's the fuckboy, he's the honest one, he's the nice guy, he's the cheater, she's the slut, she's this, she's the diva, she's the one who wants to settle down, she's relationship oriented. All these different cliches, each of them have like a different characteristic, because that's what makes it entertaining for the viewers. That's what makes it more like a soap opera with all these different archetypes. Now, this is definitely a form of storytelling done by the people who make Love Island, but is it profound? I don't think so.
Good reality television should absolutely play on those primal needs, and Love Island does this very well.
In fact, I think it's just basic branding, trying to appeal to as many audience members as possible, different demographics. And if you want to get into the morality of this, it is turning real people into condensed cliches to be more digestible to audiences. And that's a whole other rabbit hole I can go into, but I'm not going to because this video isn't about that. But this video was stating something that was true, but wasn't necessarily something to be celebrated.
That's partly why people watch the show, for the bodies that can oft seem unattainable, the lifestyle of living in the sun 24 hours a day, and at the end of it,
you get a nice fucking shag. At best, it is a basic storytelling method to appeal to a wide crowd. It's just branding. But the manner in which these people were enunciating these facts were making it out to be this artistic work.
Because he's nothing like the average viewer, it makes him an easy pick to be a villain. And boy does he become the villain over the course of the series, moving from one girl to the next with quick succession.
It's like me making a video essay about Coca-Cola and being like, how Coca-Cola makes you thirsty. And like, yeah, that's true, but this isn't like some artistic thing. It's a fairly corporate and manipulative tactic to make money. But no, fancy words don't lie. It's a beautiful work of art. Fucking Love Island. Oh my god, absolute avant-garde kino. But no, I am seriously cross, and the 13-year-olds who run that Full Fat Videos channel, they really screwed the pooch on that one. Oh dear.
Love and lust
Are primal.
Now, this all feeds into the paramount issue I have with this format of video. You can manipulate the true value of these observations just through how you enunciate words. So the potential for being emotionally manipulative and exploitative within this medium is vast and a little worrisome. However, the same can be said about storytelling as a whole. It's all about how we use it for the good of mankind. Yeah, boy. Third additional reason for why I fucking hate video essays. I'm just bored of them. I've seen loads of them, and I've learnt the same lessons over and over again. Did you know that movies have themes in them? When I was new to all this shit, I found them really insightful, but that's probably because that's who these videos are for. People who are just getting into filmmaking. It's also, I think, an age thing. I liked these videos when I was younger, so I don't begrudge anyone for liking them now. Every Frame of Paintings video on Edgar Wright was revolutionary when it came out. But now, if you talk about how cool Edgar Wright is as a director, you just look like an arsehole. Edgar Wright is still an amazing director, don't get me wrong. Conclusion. I don't have anything against people who make video essays. I make them, you make them, we all make them, and we should keep making them because it's great for humanity. If you are passionate and you truly believe the things you are saying, make the video. If you are being disingenuous though, best fuck off. This video is not intended to put a stop to the format, gods no. I'm just a little fucking sick of them though. If you enjoyed the video I made about the menu, fair enough, I'm not going to take that away from you. Maybe all this only acts as a parody of my video essays and no one else's. I'm the only person committing these sins that I've laid out in this video. That's all that's happened. I've just made a shit video essay, then made a follow-up video about how shit it is, and you're like, yeah, we know Batcho, you're shit. Ending on a positive, here are some YouTubers who still make what we would describe as video essays that I think are really good. Great even. Nerdwriter1, don't watch him that often anymore, but he made a banging Succession video a while back that was amazing and complex. Emp Lemon, his are also partially documentaries, but he can talk about anything and make it extremely profound and interesting. Video Game Donkey, but that may be in large part due to the fact that he covers games and that's a medium I'm fairly new to, so there's more to discover, there's more information. And finally, Folding Ideas. I've never seen a single video from him that's been remotely insincere or pseudo-intelligent. But really, who the fuck am I I to be saying any of this? Who the fuck am I to judge? Pay me no heed, just go make a video essay, and expect more video essays from me in the future, which I apologise in advance for, because they'll be cringe. And remember to fucking subscribe! Get off the stage, you disgusting fat fuck. 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 Get off the stage, you disgusting fat fuck.